Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to today's unboxing, which is the Warhammer 40,000 Dark Angels Deathwing Command squad. Should also point out that you can make standard Terminators with this kit, as well as the Deathwing Knights. So, standard, well, it's the newer style box from Games Workshop, and it's fairly standard other than that, with just information on the sides, some artwork on the ends and what it is, and then on the bottom edge it's just got some warnings and Games Workshop. On the back it shows you some of the different Terminators that you can build, such as the Ancient with the banner, the Deathwing Champion and Apothecary, and just some information about painting and where you can get these from on the Citadel websites. So let's open it up. It is an older kit, but with the release in 9th edition of the new Codex Supplement, which has just happened, I thought it'd be nice to just quickly go through what we get in the box and then show you some of the finished miniatures that I have done. So you get your destruction pamphlet, a set of Dark Angels Decals transfer sheet, 3 sprues. You get, for some reason they've given you 6 40mm bases here. It should be 5, and a 25mm base for the Watcher in the Dark. So if we have a quick look at the decal sheet, they pack a lot on these, and they're very different to the older style decal sheets that we used to get, where you would have multiple chapters and then maybe 5 emblems of the chapter that you wanted or were collecting. So we get, I don't know if you'll be able to see because it's white on a pale background, but chapter markings here, and we get some smaller chapter markings as well, which is nice. Standard tactical squad markings, assault squad markings, devastator squad markings. We've got Raven Wing. We then get some iconography for lieutenants, campaign badges, honour callouts, and then we get squad marking numbers. And then we move on to lower down, we get a lot more white chapter badges for vehicles, and then we get into Deathwing. And then basically vehicle markings, larger markings to put on vehicles for obviously tactical squads, assault squads, rhinos, because the old assault squad with jump packs can be either with jump pack or without. And then obviously Devastator, or in the newer ones we've got assault intercessors and heavy intercessors. So this is a nice glossy instruction booklet, and it gives you a template for the base sizes, which is quite handy. Also shows you a little bit down here some of the options that are available. So you can have a Terminator with Storm Shield or Thunderhammer, Lightning Claws, Plasma Cannon and the Cyclone Missile Launcher. Also shows you the Deathwing Knights, a standard Terminator squad and a command squad. And then it just basically goes into And it's nice. Previously, Games Workshop never used to number their miniatures on the sprue, and quite often instructions weren't included, so it was always a bit of a mix and match as to how you put them together. But for the last sort of like 7 or 8 years, I think they've been doing the numbered sprues, which makes it really nice. Now, one of the nice things about this is that we get different chapter markings. So we get standard Crux Terminatus shoulder pads here, and then we get chapter markings for the Deathwing, and obviously the Deathwing heads. They also include robed heads with this, but when you get onto the Deathwing Knights, she said what you have chapter markings of basically Dark Angels carrying shields and swords, and then you have your standard Crux Terminatus and the robed heads, because on the Deathwing Knights they use robed bodies. So for example on this one here you can see that it's got a robed front, and you'll see those on the sprues. So as I said, it comes with 3 sprues. And straight away we've got the Deathwing Knight iconography on the shoulder pads. Now, I used this iconography for my command squad as well, and I did my command squad with robes, as I felt that was more appropriate for the Dark Angels command to sort of like be garbed in that sort of thing. This is the halberd for the champion. The apothecaries, no, it's not my fault, that's wrong. No, that's just a standard chain fist. I thought that was the apothecaries Nartheseum then for a second. That's on a separate sprue. And then obviously we get these nice arched Terminator backs as well. We get the maces for the Deathwing Knights, and the Deathwing Knight Sergeant has a flail, and that's the first part of the flail. And I used this to convert my Deathwing Ancient, and I'll show you him in a little bit. We also get a nice heavy flamer, which is great, with Deathwing or Dark Angels iconography on it. Moving on, we have the robed fronts for the Deathwing Knights, but I've also used these for, as I said, my command squad. And I may also, when I come to increase the number of Terminator squads, I may also use these as sergeants as well. Legs on this one, we get the company banner here, which is embossed. So we've got raised detail of the standard Deathwing company banner, and then we got the parts for the Deathwing Apothecary. So we've got the vials and containers there, we've got the lamps and sensors there, we've got the Apothecary head here, and then the Nartheseum just there. We also get a assault cannon in with the kit. I would have argued that that wasn't necessarily a priority, because we got an assault cannon for the Deathwing included in the Dark Angels Company Veterans box set. And then one of the shields, and I don't know if you can see the detail of the shield, the embossing on the front of the shield there, of a robed winged figure with a shield and sword. So, moving on to the last sprue, we get a Watcher in the Dark. So, this little character here, Watcher in the Dark. You get your lightning claws, we get some more shields. This is the plasma cannon, which comes in a couple of parts. We get plenty of power fists, and then these are the robed heads. Some more storm shields, and again you can see the details on the storm shield. The standard Deathwing company iconography here on these shoulder pads. We also get some daggers, and we get the Cyclone missile launcher for the Deathwing Terminators with Dark Angels iconography on it as well. So those are the parts. Now, I have bought this set previously, and one of my other videos I showed you how I made a substitute for the Master of the Deathwing, Belial. And this is my substitute Master of the Deathwing, and all the parts that you need to do this are included in the kit, so you can make him, and I feel he's slightly more dynamic and better looking than the kit that Games Workshop currently produce. And if in the future they produce a Primaris version of Belial as a Blade Guard veteran captain, then I can revert this guy back to just being a sergeant. Your Watcher in the Dark can look like this when complete. I didn't paint his robes green on this occasion. I chose a brown, which I think looks slightly more in keeping with a robed figure, as it were. I think it would be a bit too excessive if he was garbed in green robes. But there's that guy. The Apothecary can go together like thus. And again, all the parts, as I said, are in there. And as I said previously, I felt that being part of the command squad, because of the status that they hold within the company, I felt they would look better and warranted being robed. So that's why all my command squad are robed. The Deathwing Company Champion with the halberd. Now, once I've painted all my miniatures, I do give them a coat of anti-shine matte varnish from Army Painter. So there's that wee chappy. And finally, this was my conversion for the Deathwing Company Ancient. And as you can see, I've used the haft for the flail for the Deathwing Knight Sergeant as the haft for the banner bearer. And I prefer this. I'm not a keen fan of back banners on miniatures. As a former soldier. I just look at the complete impracticality of having a protruding banner on top of your armour, or in the case of standard Marines and Primaris, attached to your power pack, because it's just going to get in the way and get caught on everything. And so I don't like them. I don't use them as a rule. But that's my conversion for the Ancient. Now, I have got the Codex Supplement, and I may do a quick review of that at a later stage. But for now, hopefully you'll join me again. I've got a couple of videos that I'm just finishing off with regards to editing, and once that's done, I'll post them up. All right, take care. See you soon. Bye.